around to learn more at the end of the video. Here in the US, we're told that in order to make meat safe, we need to cook chicken to 165 degrees Fahrenheit and fish, pork, and beef to 145 Fahrenheit. But that's not actually true. This is Minute Food. First and foremost, don't eat meat that's raw or actually undercooked. Our lawyer made me say that, but honestly, it's good advice because proteins that are not cooked through are not only potentially risky to eat, they're not particularly tasty either. After all, with some obvious exceptions, we cook proteins not just to make them safe, but also to make them delicious. But if your experience has been anything like mine, the temperatures at which proteins are safe, at least according to the USDA, seem to be way higher than the temperatures that make them delicious. Yet for basically my entire life, I've been diligently cooking proteins to the recommended temperatures, or at least close to them to allow for some carryover, because I don't want to end up with a case of salmonella or E. coli. So boy was I surprised and kind of pissed off when I found out the proteins don't actually need to get anywhere near those sky-high temperatures to be safe. Safety is actually a matter of temperature and time. Say you're cooking chicken, a meat prone to containing a few different bacteria, including the notoriously hard to kill salmonella. Like many foodborne nasties, salmonella thrives below about 130 Fahrenheit. As the chicken's temperature climbs past that, it becomes less hospitable to the bacteria, and they start dying off. The higher it rises, the more quickly the bacteria die. Once the chicken reaches 165 Fahrenheit, you'll have reduced the salmonella population by 99.99999%. So if 10 million of those little nasties had initially been bopping around in there, only one would still be alive at this point. This is what scientists call a 7D reduction in salmonella, and it's what the USDA recommends to make chicken safe to eat. The USDA recommends different reductions for different proteins based on factors related to the pathogens they tend to harbor and the chemistry of the meat itself. And it's these recommended reductions that dictate those safe cooking temperatures. Like, since chicken will achieve a 7D reduction in salmonella basically instantaneously at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, the USDA's guideline is to cook chicken to 165 degrees. But there's another way to achieve that very same 7D reduction. Cook the chicken to a lower temperature and hold it there. Because even if you're not yet at a temperature that is inhospitable enough to basically instantaneously incinerate 99.99999% of the bacteria, anything past 130 degrees or so is inhospitable enough that more and more bacteria are dying every second. And by keeping it there long enough, you can eventually kill 99.9999% of them. So what is long enough? Luckily, the USDA does publish this info, although it's buried in the appendix of a technical guide. Here's the chart for chicken. Chicken breast is usually around 2% fat. So to achieve a 7D reduction, you can hold the chicken at 160 for 14 seconds, at 150 for just under 3 minutes, or at 140 for a little over 25 minutes. In other words, it's just as safe to eat chicken that's been held at 140 for a half hour as it is to eat chicken that's reached 165 very briefly. And the reason this matters is that chicken, or any other protein, is going to be way more moist and tender at 140 than at 165. So moist and tender actually that you might not like it. Something closer to 145 degrees seems to be most people's sweet spot when it comes to chicken. And from there, it's a mere 8.6 minute hold to safe deliciousness. But that hold is where this gets tricky, because generally when you stop cooking a piece of meat, it doesn't just stay at that temperature. Its temp keeps rising for a while thanks to residual heat, and then drops. With all this variation, can you actually cook meat to below 165 and hold it long enough to make it safe? I used a temperature probe to try this with some chicken breasts. I took this one off the grill when its internal temperature hit 155. A few minutes later, it had topped 170. Definitely safe, even by the USDA's lofty standards, and definitely overcooked by my standards. So I went lower. I took this one off at 140 degrees. And while it never hit 165, it stayed above 155 for over 4 minutes. Way longer than the 45 seconds it needed there for a 7D reduction. So I went lower. Even this one, which I pulled at 135, stayed above 145 for over 9 minutes, more than the 8.6 minutes it needed. This experiment, while admittedly not super well controlled, shows that it is entirely possible to cook meat to way less than the USDA recommended temperatures and still have it be safe by the USDA guidelines. But I'm not going to tell you what temperature you should cook chicken or any other protein to. Not because I don't want you to eat delicious, juicy food, but because this approach isn't cut and dried. How high the meat's temperature will rise after you take it off the heat and how long it will stay there before it drops is really variable and depends on a ton of different factors. That's why the USDA keeps it simple and recommends a single, really conservative benchmark. But knowing what I know now, I do think people should experiment with temperature and time to figure out how they can make proteins that are safe and delicious. Just please use a good instant read thermometer and reliable data. Don't leave this stuff to guesswork. You can also look into sous vide, which we're planning an entire upcoming video on, so stay tuned. But here's the bottom line. If you want to keep on using those simple, foolproof recommendations, do your thing. But understanding why those recommendations are what they are and how else I can get there has totally improved my meat cooking game. And might change yours too. Best of luck. If you love our channel, you're probably into science. And if you're into science, you probably know that our planet is facing some serious crises. But it can be hard to know how you can actually help. That's where this video.
Well, as Germans, we are naturally very funny.
We're raised with hilarious children's stories, like Little Suckathon.
I'm Konrad. I'm a little boy who likes to suck his thumb.
Oh, nine, Konrad, don't suck your thumb. There's a tall tailor who cuts off little children's thumbs for that.
I don't care. I will suck my thumb.
Ah, it is I, the tall tailor. I'm an adult who cuts off children's thumbs. You are sucking your thumb. I will cut them off.
Ah, you have cut off my thumbs. I've learned my lesson.
Very funny.
Pretty good stuff.
Well, as Germans, we are now.
No modern video game has this technology. He shoots the fish tank, water comes out of it, then the water lowers the level of the bullet hole, then it stops. The person that uploaded this calls this super advanced fish tank water physics. I don't know how much diamond in the rough that guy's been listening to, but this is not advanced. All you do is get a model of a fish tank, thank you, get a cube, vertex paint the top red, and apply a shader that only affects the red colors, so there's waves on the top. Add a multiplier from 1 to 0 so we can do this with the water. Next, get a gun. I got this gun from my other project that was a massive failure. Make it so that the gun prints out the Y value of whatever point it hits. Shoot the top and the bottom of the fish tank and write down those values. We'll use these values to remap whatever point we hit with the pistol into a 0 to 1 range. We then send that value to the shader, which makes the water go to where we shot. And now we're pretty much done. Everything else from here is just finishing touches. We tween the water to make it go smoothly to where the bullet hole was using dew tween, add a bunch of particle effects, and fishies with low-level Lemmy branding. My name is low-level Lemmy Next. You can play a demo of this in your browser on my Insta page. Go to pal.rib for the links. No more.
Oh, you want 3 shawarmas and 3 Pepsis? Pepsis, yeah. I will have Abbas come and deliver that to you, my friend.
ASAP?
ASAP.
ASAP, got you. Alright, well I can't wait.
Okay, love you, bye. يا عباس انت سويت الشاورما؟ Hi, my friend, how are you?
What did you just say to me?
What do you think I said?
Like you said you love me.
Yes, I love all my customers.
Well, in that case, I love you too.
Okay, then I love you.
And I love you.
Okay, then.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
My friend, I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Abis. So you want 3 shawarmas and 3 Pepsis? Pepsis, yeah. I will have Abbas come and deliver that to you, my friend. Yes, sir.
I haven't eaten meat for 3 years, and I'm gonna eat some salmon. The skin is still on it. Feels like it's still swimming. Can you give me a cutting board, please?
Man, there's no cutting board.
No, that's not good. It's just like peeling an orange. I did it.
Did you name the fish before you killed it?
No, I didn't. Somebody else did. Yeah, I think that's too much. Okay, we're gonna cut this in half. Yeah, we're gonna cut that in half again. This is good enough.
It's a bite.
It is a bite. We'll use some honey mustard then, since we don't have Dijon mustard. And you just rub it on the
you're wearing your hoodie backwards.
because I stained from. Smells like something fishy is going on here.
This is why we have a lot of dirty dishes.
I'm scared.
Okay, I can't drum roll forever.
Tastes just like I remember it.
That's it?
What, you want me to throw up?
Kinda.
I haven't eaten meat for 3 years, and I'm gonna eat some salmon.
These free Robux scams are so annoying. They are all over YouTube Shorts. They're on TikTok. They're even in the comment sections. But what happens if you actually click on one? Well, they actually take you to a website that looks like this. It looks legit, right? You can choose how much Robux you want. Then you just click this button and boom, you have free Robux. Subscribe right now if you think I just got scammed. Because, well, you'd be right. Clicking the button for free Robux actually takes you to a survey website. Completing these surveys doesn't give you free Robux, but it does give the scammers a lot of money. These free Robux scams are so annoying. They are all over YouTube Shorts.
SCP-173 will try to snap your neck if you look away from him. But what happens if he's in a room with SCP-999, the cuddle monster? He's a goopy boy and he has no neck, so how would that even work? Would SCP-173 even have the courage to follow through? SCP shower thoughts. Also, Josie the half-cat is a cat that's half of a cat, but more importantly, she loves cheese, and she hates when she runs out of cheese. But can you just get infinite cheese pizza from the Infinite Pizza Box SCP to feed her the infinite cheese she wants so she never gets angry? Additionally, SCP-5031 completely stops existing when you look at him. But what happens if you put SCP-035, the possessed mask, on him? Will the mask perceive him and thus make him stop existing forever? And what would happen to the mask? And this commenter wants to know, what would happen if you put Thor's hammer on Peanut? After you subscribe, tell me. SCP-173 will try to snap your neck.
Yiblanka, slow-mo.
You are being accused of murder.
It's a lie!
The court has obtained a list of Google searches done on your computer on the night of the crime.
That's a Forcep's a private.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
Private just doesn't save the sites that you looked up in the search bar.
Oh.
Monday the 12th at 7:30 p.m. you searched how to commit murder. 7:55 p.m. is murder legal. 8:02 how to get away with murder. 8:04 Viola Davis Oscar. How to get rid of body. Can you cut up body with scissors? Chainsaw not working, what do? Home Depot return policy. Ocean near me. If committed crime, Scientology help. Tom Cruise Oscar, why not? 1 a.m. how to stop dead body from smelling. And this just goes on and on. What do you have to say for yourself?
I didn't do it?
Oh, okay, not guilty.
Really?
If you say you didn't do the crime, then you shouldn't do the time.
The time, yes. Great, thanks.
You can't win them all. You are being accused of murder.
It's a lie!
The court has obtained a list of Google searches done on your computer on the night of the crime.
That's a
I told her that if she and my sister didn't redact all the untrue social media posts they made about me and tell the absolute truth, then I'd send all the information I have to the whole whole family, her boss, and upload the videos we recorded of her online. And then I'd sue her on top of it. She called me unreasonable and that she just did what she did for my sister's sake, and then went into a full-blown lecture reiterating her belief that my sister still needs my house more than me. I bluntly stated that I didn't care what she thought, and that if she didn't redact everything and tell the truth, then I'd make sure her career would be over. She begrudgingly said, "Fine, you win. Have it your way. Keep the stupid house," before hanging up the phone. That very evening, all the lying posts disappeared from their profiles. I told her that if she...
Speedrun shoot.
This has gotta be fake.
It's fake. They just smashed the window with a hammer.
The bank accidentally deposited $37 million, but you will seriously not believe what she did with the money.
She had to return the money to the bank. Never saw that coming.
Free cookies at Seabway every time. Listen up.
20 minutes before closing, can try and ask the employees what they're gonna do with the cookies after they close. But obviously it doesn't guarantee you anything.
This is why you should never go on elevators.
Fake story about a guy who's an elevator ended up on a secret floor filled with hundreds of starving tortured puppies and disappeared from existence. Just remember, don't take elevators and seaways.
Wow. Is that how the pyramids really look?
No.
Okay, so I just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You didn't. Even though he always says that he's the main character, Lamau.
Put it in the water and then it starts to float.
So here we go. You guys think it's gonna work though before I do it?
The amount of sewing in this video makes me want to commit war crimes in Albania. And I probably don't need to say that, but it's fake.
You're ugly because you're lazy.
Obviously fake news, you're not ugly. Be confident with who you are and strive to improve yourself, you got this. Speedrun shoot.
You are my best friend, my only best friend. You make me happy, best friend. And guys are best friend. You'll never know. You are my best friend, my only.
I know for sure I could run a big record label. Me and my friend Ryan, we actually made a massive course called the 4 M's about how to blow.
We owe your money right now!
We don't have any money, it's all in the debit.
I don't believe you. There's gotta be cash here somewhere.
Stop making a mess. You want the tip?
Huh?
The tip? You want the tip? You want food? I can feed you.
Maybe I am a little hungry.
Okay, my friend, I will make you a very nice shawarma bowl.
How do you like it? It's really good. You got any ketchup? Hello? Hello? What's wrong, man?
My friend, don't do that.
Give me all your money right now!
We don't have...
Excuse me.
Hi, I'm Alan and I'm a ghost.
Yes. Hi, I'm Gary and I'm a zombie. This is Sheldon. He's a skeleton and that's it. Yeah, he's an Enderman. Why are you crying?
What do you mean, why am I crying? How would you feel if you were a floating head in what can only be described as a literal hellscape?
Fair enough.
To top it off, whenever I sneeze, I... Sorry about that. It's these damn allergies. I mean, look at this place. No ventilation. Just the tiniest bit of dust is enough to make me...
I'd be crying too if that happened to me.
Sorry.
apologize. Yeah. Watch where you're going next time. Now keep walking, blood. I said keep walking, little man. Don't make man put you on the weights again, because you know I will. Yeah, keep walking. Walk away, blood. Walk away. You got bounce, blood. Hey, I beg you come do that again. See what happens. Are you mad?
I'm here with the Spice King, and we're gonna make some Takis pasta.
The world's spiciest pepper. Spicy Parmesan. Buon appetito, bench.
I'm here with the Spice King, and we're gonna make some Takis.
Guys, I matched with an absolute baddie on Tinder last night.
For real? Let us see.
Bro, trust, she's a 10.
I don't know how you managed to pull anyone, not to mention a dime piece, but hey, let's see.
I swear she has the prettiest blue eyes. I think she's the one.
Joe, have you spoken to her?
Nah, not yet.
You f***ing simp. Haha, this dude hasn't even spoken to her, but she's the one.
I can see myself starting a family with her.
Joe, you haven't even spoken to her. Chill out.
This dude's out bad.
Shut the fuck up. I think you're just jealous.
You know what I think? I think you're a beta male simp bitch.
Hey, take it easy, Donald.
Now, f*** that.
Guys, she wants to join the call. I'll invite her.
Okay.
Hello?
Is that James Charles?
What?
Yeah, hey Joe, it's me.
How did you get in the fucking call?
You invited me?
Wait.
Joe, did you just get f***ing catfished?
What the hell is happening?
James was not the one in the pictures, I swear.
Okay, I'll admit I did create a fake account.
Joe, you f***ing dumbass. That's what you get for being on Tinder.
So Joe, are we still gonna run off into the sunset like you promised?
Get the fuck out of here. Guys, I matched with an absolute baddie on Tinder.
Here are 3 random facts you didn't need to know. Number 3, have you ever wondered what happens to cash if it's been burned? Well, you can just send it to the Mutilated Currency Division, where they'll determine how much money was damaged and just cut you a check. Number 2, you know the Twitter logo, this little blue bird? Well, it actually has a name, Larry. It was named after NBA player Larry Bird, because one of Twitter's co-founders was a fan. Number 1, have you ever wondered why cops love donuts? Well, cops are known to work all hours of the night, and back in the day, there weren't a lot of food options that served overnight, but donut shops did, which led to the stereotype. Here are 3 random facts you didn't need to know. Number 3, have you ever wondered what happens to cash if it's been burned? Well, you can just send it to the Mutilated Currency Division, where they'll determine how much money was damaged and just cut you a check. Number 2, you know the Twitter logo, this little blue bird? Well,
I'm thinking if you and I could partner up.
Did you know Steve got censored in Smash Ultimate? In version 9.0.0, Steve was released. In one of his victory animations, he can be seen eating a steak, but after he's done eating it, he just kinda holds it. People were so quick to point out that this looks rather suggestive, just kinda standing there holding his meat. Menacingly! In version 9.0.1, this victory animation was changed so that the meat now disappears after it's been eaten, possibly to get rid of the suggestive innuendo. And that's why. Did you know Steve got censored in Smash Ultimate?
The other day, Mr. Beast put this on his story.
I have this giant wall here, but there's nothing on it. I need you guys to send artwork to this address right here.
Once I saw this, I knew I had to send him something. So I went to the store to buy his own chocolate bar because, you know, I figured he probably doesn't have many of them. Then I realized I probably needed something a little cooler to get his attention. So I made his logo into a metal sign and also threw in a drawing my friend made of it. Finally, I packaged it all up and sent it to Mr. Beast.
Look at this one.
Oh, what the heck?
It came with a Feastables bar.
Whoa!
Jimmy, this one's made
made out of metal. From AK Bear.
Oh, bro, now we're getting some cool stuff.
Things inside.
It's made out of metal.
The other day, Mr. Beast put this on his...
Was today years... old when I learned the serrated edges of crackers are used to cut cheese.
26 years. Get so close right now. For 26 years, I've been doing everything incorrectly, and I'm just now recently learning about it, right? Because sure enough, when I heard this, of course I had to contact Ritz as a company. I got a hold of somebody that worked for Ritz, and I said, hey, is it true that your guys' crackers have serrated edges so that you can cut cheese? Guess what they told me? They said that they already released a statement a year ago confirming, right, that that's what the crackers were used for, right? It literally, look it up. There's a statement that already proved that that's why the crackers have those edges, right? And guess what they told me? They said, why do you think we made Ritz crackers look like that? I'm like, I don't know, because they just looked cool. They told me not to quit my day job. They also told me that the crackers cut best on sharp cheddar, Colby Jack cheese, and pepper jack cheese. So try that out.
It was today. Years old when I learned the serrated edges of crackers are used to cut cheese.
Bro, what is this? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. You wash them after using them? Hell no. Bro, what is this?
What is an unspoken universal rule all males know? If a woman you don't know approaches you and acts like an old friend, play along. When I was 20, I was getting off the tube in London and got a really eerie sense about a guy. I was certain he was following me, but we were both exiting the station.
Just about a year ago, I was $9,000 in debt. I had 19,000 subscribers and I wasn't making any money from YouTube. I had a little over $1,000 in savings but no income, so I got a job working in a kitchen, which is something I'd done before. I got there for my first shift and within 5 minutes I knew that I couldn't work in a kitchen again, but I had no choice because I needed the money. But exactly 27 minutes into that first shift, I threw in the towel and told the people, I'm sorry, but I can't work here. Bye. They were confused because their new hire just walked out only 27 minutes into his first shift. I didn't have a plan. I just had faith that I'd figure it out and find another job somewhere else. And as fate would have it, by the end of that month, I would hit 100,000 subscribers. My content caught fire out of nowhere after getting no attention for 2 years. But I was still making no money and was very worried. And 2 weeks later, I got an email from YouTube saying I had a check on the way for $3,700. Of course, I got very emotional and decided to go balls deep on YouTube. And 1 year later, I'm very glad I took that leap of faith. Just about a year ago, I was $9,000 in.
It's corn! A big lab!
Let's find the best study spots. Okay, I came to a cafe. Let's find the best study spots. Okay, I came to a cafe and this place is a little noisy. Sitting here is just gonna make me wanna buy food. 5 out of 10. Now I'm outside trying to work, and although this is more peaceful, this pollen is gonna make me keep sneezing. 4 out of 10. So now we're at the library away from the pollen, and although this place makes me feel smart, these chairs are pretty uncomfortable. 6 out of 10. Now I'm back home and I'm working from my bed. I just wanna fall asleep. 2 out of 10. And now I'm at my desk with my monitors, supplies, and everything I need. 10 out of 10. Let's find the best study spots. Okay, I came to a cafe and this place is a little noisy. Sitting here is just gonna make me wanna buy food. 5 out of 10. Now I'm outside trying to work, and
And how many Earths can fit inside the sun?
1.3 million Earths.
This country is obsessed with vending machines.
It's Japan. They have the highest number of vending machines per capita in the world, selling all kinds of stuff like flowers, bugs, first dates, and used panties.
Which country has the highest terrorism in the world?
It's Afghanistan, with a terrorism index of 9.11 out of 10, according to Trading Economics. Ironic.
Today, we're gonna find out how many free samples we can take using a wide range of unique disguises.
They don't really care, so unlimited times.
This paused Disney scene will shock you.
It's this one. It's not really shocking, and literally nobody would notice that.
These two people hold the record for the longest marriage ever.
86 years and 290 days as of 27th of February 2011, when sadly Mr. Fisher passed away.
This might be the longest game of all time.
It is called The Long, and you have to wait 400 real-time days to get the ending, and the timer passes regardless of whether you play or not.
Here's 4 signs that you might be bisexual. You love taking naps.
Oh, I love sleeping. Probably that's why I have dreams about cop speedrun shoots.
And how many Earths can fit inside the sun?
1.
The billionth Roblox user